if there's a kid watching who doesn't think there's a future for him, doesn't think there's ability for him, doesn't think that he has an opportunity to grow, be wealthy, create freedom in any kind, what would you tell that kid who's sitting in Elizabeth or in this area? What is possible for him?
Number one, be very careful the company you keep.
Mic working? Is your mic working? Let's make sure before
One,
we get
two.
into this
Yeah, we're good.
conversation. Excellent.
The
Guys,
levels are
welcome
good?
back. Welcome back. Danny. Guys, if you are from Elizabeth, New Jersey, you know this face. And if you haven't, we're about to find out. That's right. Danny. For that guy over there in the back corner who doesn't know who Danny Amorim is. Who's Danny?
Danny's a very full of energy type of person, very passionate, very energetic, very motivational, and very family oriented, man. Like, I go harder than a lot of people ever do, so you gotta really outwork me to try to take my spot, bro.
You know what's funny? Danny came in today, and we were talking at the bar over there, and literally I just felt like nobody else was in the room. We were talking about business, we were talking about life, we were talking about success, we were talking about winning and what it takes, and I feel like you could talk about this all day long. Funny story, really quick. Back in the day when I was in high school, I used to get my hair cut right after high school, actually, with Danny. That was how long ago, Danny? How long have you been in business?
December 3rd makes 20 years since I opened my doors, but September of this year made 23 years I've been standing behind my chair. 23.
In an industry that's very competitive, but not only that, what do you do nationwide exactly for the people that don't know how you have affected that industry nationwide?
Well, I'm more than just a barber. I stand behind my chair still. I still love what I do. I still like making people look good and feel good because that's what I do for a living. People ask me all the time, what do you do for a living? I make people look good and feel good every day. I don't care who you are, what you are. Everybody likes a compliment. And when I give you a quality haircut, it's not just a haircut, it's an experience. And it makes you look good and feel good, and it makes so much money for so many other businesses. I talk about this all the time in my classes, and real quick, I'm gonna talk about this. In January, we have 2 New Year's resolutions. What are they? Save money and lose weight, right? So people don't get a haircut, they don't get they don't get looking good, so they don't go out. So I don't look good, I don't feel good, so I don't want to go anywhere. So it affects every business. But I've had a client walk in my shop on a rainy Tuesday, and I give them a quality service, and they look in the mirror and like, Danny, you're gonna make me go out. I didn't make you do anything. My job is to make you look good and feel good. So now after they leave my barber shop, it stopped raining, they need a car wash. You can't get a fresh haircut with a dirty car, right? After you get a car wash, I might as well get a new outfit. Let's go to the mall. Let's buy a new outfit. What's an outfit without shoes? I need new shoes, I got a new outfit. So now I feel good, I look good. I might just go to the bar for happy hour. And we live in a world where people are socially awkward. Yeah. Everybody's on their phone. Like, they don't even look at you in the face when they talk to you anymore. I like to engage with people. So now when you look good and feel good, you engage differently. When you don't look good and feel good, you don't even want to look somebody in the face. So now you're at happy hour looking at somebody like, hey, look at her. Let me buy you a drink. Let's go to dinner. Let's go to the movies. Wherever your night ends, that's your business. But all those businesses made money because of me, because of my service, because of what I do. So being who I am and what I do, I've learned I'm very important to people and I have value. I'm not just a barber. When I grew up being a kid, I cut hair because it was fun and it was something that I admired and it's an art. But I never thought it would make money or value or turn into a career. I live a very, very comfortable life cutting hair. And when I meet people, I'm far from just a barber.
Yeah, and if you don't follow Danny on social media, Danny not only cuts, regular schmegular guys like me, but he also cuts the hair of a lot of important people. And that is a segue into every business that we have represented today. You spoke about it. It's customer experience. Can you speak a little bit about that? You touched a bit about it on it. What does customer experience mean to you, and how does it affect your business on a daily?
Customer experience and customer service is everything. Like, everybody likes a likable person. Nobody likes a jerk. And when I first started cutting hair, I was 18 years old, fresh out of high school. Far from the best, but I had the work ethic, I had the mindset, I was the first one there, the last one to leave, and I was hospitable, likable, And people sat in my chair because they liked me. It wasn't even about how talented I was, because I worked around a lot of talented, lazy, irresponsible people. And I was far from that. So that was a learning experience for me. And I built myself from learning from them of what not to do. And it turned into something that I know what to do. And it changed my life, man.
That's fantastic. Let me ask you a question. Back 30 years ago, was it 30 years ago? That you started 20 years ago. I'm sorry to age you there.
I'm not that old.
What motivated you to get started, and what has kept you motivated to keep going?
Well, I'm going to be real. Like we spoke earlier, nothing really motivated me to get started. Things just happen, and life happens. But when you have a passion about something, that passion turns to a paycheck. When you go for that for the money, you're never going to get it because you're going into it for the wrong reasons. You got to learn to do what you love, and when you love what you do, it will come. So for me, loving what I do, everything came. And I went from just being behind my chair servicing 20 people a day to traveling the world. I've been to different countries on main stages, barbering, doing a haircut. But the value that I've created and the income that I've brought in and the lifestyle I've lived because I'm just a barber is very different than what a lot of people think. So before you think your barber, your stylist is just that, understand you can't go to the prom without them. You're not getting married without them. You're not taking pictures without them. You don't look good and feel good without them. So start taking care of your barbers and stylists, and they'll pick up the phone and make sure they can fit you in. Because if you don't, trust me, you're waiting a couple weeks, a couple months.
Guys, I want to change directions a little bit because everybody in this room is in sales, right? You're selling yourself, you're selling your clients, you are in sales. And one thing that is very important that a lot of people don't talk about is discipline. And I thought, honestly, I think that I'm one of the most disciplined people out there until I started following Danny. This guy, I mean, I'm not gonna steal what your story is, but I want you to share a little bit about your daily routine and how and why that is important to you.
Well, George came earlier, and he said something that I touched base on that we spoke at the bar. And as soon as he said it, I looked at you and pointed at you. Yeah. I'm reading a book right now. It's called The 5 a.m. Club. Because all successors, everybody that does well for themselves, wake up early in the morning. They're up before you. I'm having lunch when you're having breakfast. At 5 a.m., my phone don't go off. Nobody bothers me. I'm running through my emails. I'm going through my social media. I'm creating my platform for the day. I'm ready to go. So when I open up my shop every morning at 9 a.m., I'm not just waking up. I can tell when you just woke up. I can tell they're like, how do you have this much energy at 9 a.m.? I've been up for 4 hours. You just got up. My man right there sees me in the gym every morning, bro. And every successful person not only wakes up at 5 in the morning, they also do something active every morning. Look it up. I don't care what it is. Play basketball, do golf, work out, go to the gym, walk, run. Every successful person wakes up 5 a.m. and they do something active at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. And that's why my heart is pumping, my mind is running, I'm ready to go at 9 a.m. I'm running circles around these guys. I'm 41, these guys are 23. You can't outrun me, bro. You're not, because you can't outwork me and you don't got this drive I got, man. And if you don't got it, you got to be around a room with people like this to make you create that shit, man.
Let's go. So listen, this guy is so motivating. I hope you're receiving everything he is saying. And it's funny because the whole purpose of doing the things that we're doing today and that we're going to continue to do is that the mindset, the hope is that the mindset in the sales community changes. Because we can all win, but it takes a certain mindset. And successful people have habits and routines that are very similar. You're going to hear a lot of recurring themes in everybody that speaks up here. Danny, you're also a family man. Yes, sir. And I think this is a very important part of success, guys. And I want to touch on that. How do you differentiate, separate? How does your business life affect your family life and your social life?
It's called balance. A lot of us don't have it. But key is, like I said, I get up at 5 in the morning. I've been going to the gym at 5 in the morning for over 20 years because my kids are not up at 5 a.m. It's not fair to them that I leave the barbershop at 7 p.m. and I'm still going to the gym to work out. I don't walk in the house till 9. No, my kids are here today with me. I brought them here for them to see what dad does because they respect what dad does and they love what dad does. And I got an 18-year-old son right there. He's literally a mini me because of the way I've worked and ran every day. And he's literally a spitting image of me. And it's awesome to see that. And that's what gives me that drive to keep going and keep moving because people are watching. Whether you know or not, people are watching and they're paying attention. And when I get the DMs, when I get the emails, when I get the texts that people are opening up businesses because of me, they're better with family members because of me, they learn life balances because of me, they gotten healthier because of me, because if you're chasing your wealth and you lose your health, you're done. Because you're going to lose your mind losing your wealth trying to get your health back, and you can't get that back. So make sure you take care of yourself first, because if you don't take care of yourself first, you can't take care of everything else. And that's why I make myself priority, but then make my kids even more. I get off red eyes, and I'm going straight to the barbershop. I get out of the barbershop and go straight to my son's game. They know dad's busy, but they watch how dad moves, and I sacrifice sleep, I sacrifice food, I sacrifice relationships, I sacrifice whatever to make sure my kids, my mother, and my family is good, because that's priority. It's not me, it's them.
Let's go. That's fantastic, Danny. Let me ask you a question, because you touched upon it. Your influence on social media. How has social affected your business?
Social's everything. If you don't post it, it never happened, right? You got to take a picture because they don't know. So document what you're doing. This morning, I got up this morning and went to Montclair and took a class myself. I stay educated, man. I stay coachable. I'm not the best. I don't know it all. I want to know more. I got to keep up with the changes. I run with the world because the world runs around us. But understanding what you have to sacrifice and do these things. And I do it every day and being around people. But the main thing is what you do daily, what you listen to, what you read, what you watch. Social media is important, but it can make you or break you. One thing I don't do, I never, ever keep my phone next to me at night. How many people in this room keep their phone in their bed or on their coffee table next to them? Raise your hand. So how many of you have woke up, first thing you do is grab your phone and go on social media and see somebody acting like they're happy, and they're not, but they're posting it to make you mad, and immediately you're upset. So don't look at that nonsense first thing in the morning. Find something productive to do. My phone is on the first floor. I sleep on the second. I don't touch my phone until I get up, get out of the house, get into the gym, on the truck, and then I open it up. Because I don't want to see anything that's going to ruin my day. But understanding that platform is very important because it made me who I am today. And I told him, I am where I am today because 10 years ago, we didn't have Instagram. We had Facebook and YouTube. And I never had MySpace, though. I swear I never had MySpace. But I had YouTube and Facebook, and those two assets worked for me, man. And I've had guys from different countries find me. I've had platforms, different companies find me. So they say, dress for the job you want, not the job you have. Market for the job you want, not the one you have. And work harder than you really do if you really want that, guys. I set goals every single day. If you follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is Success Addict, and I live that shit. Like, I made up the name because it sounded cool 10 years ago when Instagram came out, but now I feel like I got to live up to it, and I do. So if you don't follow me, jump on that right now, and trust me, if you follow me, you might change the way you move every single day and the way you portray things, because there's ways of doing it. So do it, and do it for yourself. Do it for your family, and do it for your life. I'm not rich, but I'm wealthy. I do what I want, when I want, however I want. And my kids are very comfortable from that. So that's what success is to me. Success Addict, all one word, Success Addict. Addictions are tough, but being addicted to success is a good one.
So one last question for you. There's two things that keep me going back to his IG. First of all, it's that beard. Can we all just appreciate how great this beard is? It's fantastic. The second thing is how genuine you are. You're truly genuine. Like, off camera, on camera. And honestly, and I can say this with sincerity, knowing you for a long time, you've been like this since high school. I remember we took public speaking together, by the way. I was a freshman, but he wasn't. But you were still like this. So I would ask you to say one last thing, one last question. If there's a kid out there who's watching this, which they will, we're going to repost this and deliver this in different areas. If there's a kid watching who doesn't think there's a future for him, doesn't think there's ability for him, doesn't think that he has an opportunity to grow, be wealthy, create freedom in any kind, what would you tell that kid who's sitting in Elizabeth or in this area? What is possible for him?
Number one, be very careful the company you keep. Number one. Number two, it's okay to be by yourself. I've learned to get my ass up, get on an airplane, and travel and see different things, meet different people, and create so many avenues for myself because everybody else is scared to do it or don't want to invest in themselves. If you don't invest in yourself, who the hell will? So understand, find something you love and go as hard as you can and go till you bust. And trust me, when you love it, you're not going to bust. I've been here for 23 years. I'm not busting, and I'm not gonna, man. And I'm not going to let my kids see me do that either, bro. So trust me. Love what you do, live for it, and work hard for it, and be very persistent, be very resilient, and don't take no for an answer. George said it earlier, no is a temporary answer. Yes will come eventually. And if it's not, that's not the avenue for you. Find the avenue that is.
You said it before, your IG. How can people connect with you? How can they listen to more of Danny?
Well, you can follow me on Instagram. Once again, my Instagram is Success Addict, all one word. I own 3 barbershops in Union County. One is on North Broad Street, Clippers Barbershop, if you guys are not familiar. One's on North Broad Street, one's on Washington Avenue. I have another one in Linden in the plaza. December 3rd is 20 years since we opened our first doors, man. And people, when I opened up my first shop, small shop, 4 chairs on the highway, terrible parking, but it was mine. And I had a vision that nobody saw. So when you have that vision and have that work ethic, don't let anyone ever tell you you can't. Don't let anyone ever tell you you shouldn't. Don't let anyone tell you crazy. Because every weirdo, every crazy person is successful, man. You got to be a little weird. You got to be a little crazy to take that chance and do what you need to do. And that's why we're here, man.
Huge round of applause for guys.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't be good, be great.